Hello, namaste everyone. We are here for a Facebook Live with Prajith from America. It's 3:30 a.m. there. 3:30 बज चुके हैं सुबह के वहाँ पे और आप लोगों का सभी का स्वागत है। लेकिन प्रजीत वहाँ इंतज़ार कर रहा है। मैं टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करते हुए सीधा जाऊँगा उनको कॉल करने के लिए। एक सेकेंड पे मैं उनको कॉल करूँगा। थोड़ा सा टेक्निकल प्रॉब्लम आ रहा था। लेट्स सी इफ़ वी कैन कॉल हिम। उसके पहले एक छोटा सा इंट्रोडक्शन देखते थे प्रजीत का। सो विल ट्राई टू कॉल हिम। हम उनको फ़ोन करने की कोशिश करेंगे अभी। Hi Prajith.
Hi, good morning.
Great. Great to have you on the show right now. You're on the screen. I was just worried about the technical glitch, but it's 3:30 a.m. in the morning. 3:30 बज चुके सुबह के और तू जागा है.
So I'm equally glad to be here, and thanks a lot for inviting me. I hope my voice is clear at your side.
Absolutely clear. Everybody can hear you. There are almost around 79 to 80 people watching you live. And this is a series that we are doing. We are getting in people because everybody is locked down. तो एक अच्छा रीज़न है कि सब लोग अपने अपने घर पे हैं, लेकिन DXN इतना बड़ा परिवार है. We have spread across the whole world. And भले हम लोग अपने अपने घर में रहेंगे, but with the internet we can connect with everybody. और आज हम लोग कुछ अमेरिका के बारे में जानेंगे. So if you're ready, this is a show. Before I start, you want to add something? How do you feel? What is the situation in America? What is happening out there? क्या हो रहा है?
Actually, situation in America is pretty grim right now. आप सभी लोग न्यूज़ में रोज देखते होंगे, of course इंडिया में, and you must be aware कि we are closing in more than like 3,50,000, 3.5 लाख से ज़्यादा अभी क्रॉस हो चुके हैं. Hopefully, they can control it perhaps in the coming weeks. But situation is not so good at this moment. So everybody is taking care, and somehow we are ensuring that the operations of DXN is still running in this country. So we just hoping and praying in the coming days things will be much better. But at the same time, we have to have a very positive mindset also in the coming days.
Yeah,
So वैसे चल रहा है, and I can also hear back in India also things are not so positive, but it is still far better compared to United States.
Yeah, India also
So
now.
let's hope the best.
Yeah, that's true. The situation is a pandemic. It's a global pandemic, so
I know.
everybody is affected. Every country is affected. Every person is affected.
True.
But
That's true.
it's in a good way. I think it's a message very clear to the world out there that at the end, more than medicine, is your immunity, your supplements that you take. How do you build
That's
up
right.
your
That's
immunity,
right.
which Dr. Lim has been telling for 27 years.
Exactly.
Keep build your immunity
Exactly.
up so that when a situation like this comes, you are prepared, well prepared. So anyways,
That's right.
everything is a
Yeah.
good lesson. So we go directly to our questions because we have just this 20-minute window. Okay, so first question to you, I shoot to you, is with the complete lockdown, how is DXN America managing things? Prajith.
No. Actually, as you rightly said, it's a global pandemic, and this is not a situation in one country or one region. This is an international crisis, international situation that we are encountering right now. और यहाँ पर भी, over here in the United States and also South America, things are not going well. Some of the countries are in total lockdown, like especially in Peru, Bolivia, Ecuador. It's a complete lockdown. And lockdown in a sense like transportation and logistics and everything is affected. United States, although the cases are very high, but still there is no lockdown announced yet. So things are still moving on. Although people are more careful here, they are more, staying back in their homes, and we have like skeletal operations. So situations are more or less the same what we are experiencing around the world. But, in Dxn, of course, there is something that we have to understand. We have great products, as you were saying, so we have to make sure that the consumption, the usage of these products is continued during this time. And it has to be on a higher side, So if you have been using like a 6 pairs or 10 pairs, you have to increase it to 14 pairs or 16 pairs or 20 pairs. I mean, also spirulina and all the other products I'm saying, So we have to really enhance our immunity during this time. That is very important. At the same time, we also have to make sure that the supply chain, the delivery and the stocks is regularly supplied to the people. So the one good thing that we have ensured in this region, and I believe around the world also, that we do have sufficient stock in place in all the countries. Talk about Peru, Bolivia, Mexico, United States, and all these countries. We have around 4 to 6 months of inventory. So we don't have to worry about importation from other countries. So there is something in place. That is a good news. But the second thing that we have to ensure is that transportation has to happen in order to make sure that these shipments reach the public, reach the people, reach the centers. So in some countries it is quite difficult, but still we keep on finding ways. We keep on finding new ways where the land transportation is totally barred. We find an air transportation. By airlines, we try to ship the products and to make sure it is reaching there. So we are looking for every other way, and we are ensuring that every stone is turned. To make sure that the products somehow, somewhere, it is being sent to the people. That is very important actually, because you see, in Dxn, it is not the first time that we are encountering a crisis. इससे पहले भी कई बार in the past, in various countries, even in Latin America also, we have encountered crisis, and we have come out very successful from there. So crisis is not something very new for us, but something we have to understand here is that in Dxn, every difficulty that we encounter is something a challenge, and we have to convert and transform every problems, every challenge into an opportunity. So this is the right moment for us to make sure that what we can give to the market, how we can better serve the market. That is one thing. The second thing, that we have to ensure that there is a proper communication to the market at all times. So something that you must be aware of, something that you would be watching also, that there is a lot of online training. There is a lot of physical training. There is a lot of conventions taking place in Latin America, especially in Peru, Mexico, Bolivia, even United States and Colombia. And it's going on like every week, every month, and we used to go like big conventions, like we used to gather around 2,000, 3,000 people. That has stopped at this moment. So, it is a big blow to the market, at this moment. But at the same time, it is an opportunity also for everybody to form a big gathering, if not physical, but could be virtual, can be online. So we have started to implement some big webinars, some big conventions, gathering around a few thousand people on social and online conferencing and things like that. And that has started to kick up actually, and we are going to focus on that in the coming days, and also fully utilize all the social media platforms to reach the market in order to train and to give the right message and to impart every knowledge possible during this time as well. So these things are very important. And another thing very important is to make sure that these people do have a livelihood. See, in Dxn, Dxn is not just a business, it is a life, it is a livelihood for all of us. So we have to ensure that they receive the bonus on time. Uske liye, make sure that the product stock reaches them, they are able to do their activities, and ensure that there is an income for every home. So that is very important for us in Dxn, and we'll ensure that these people do have a livelihood, and we protect that at all times.
Great. Sounds very promising that even in tough times like these, you at the head are trying to manage things and making things smooth. That's really credible of you, and that takes me to the next question, because I need to finish up the 5-question package that I have.
I know.
The next question is, what is the secret of success for the top performing countries of your region, Peru, Bolivia, and Mexico. What is the secret, Prajith? Please tell us. Now, India wants to know, the world wants to know. Okay.
I know. This is a very interesting question, so I'll be taking a little time of yours.
Sure.
And I'm sorry if I exceed the time. Huh?
Please.
People keep asking me this question: what is the reason behind the success of Latin America? Wherever I go, whoever I come across, they ask like, what are these guys doing? लोग क्या कर रहे हैं? क्या है इनमें? How the leaders are doing? Is the products functioning pretty well over there? Is it the system? What exactly is happening? And I keep telling the same story to everybody, and I share with them the secret for success. Actually, the main secret for the success in these markets is basically the principles that we have strongly implemented in these countries. Principle bole to basically, we call it as ingredients for success. Success ingredients. In Latin America, we say Latin recipe for success. Now, these Latin recipe for success are basically 5. There are 5 ingredients. Pehla ingredient hai passion. What is passion? Now, passion plays a very significant role. Now, every other every other leader who has been successful in this market are super passionate about everything in this business. They're passionate about the company. They're passionate about the principles of Dr. Lim. They're passionate about the products. They're passionate about the plan. They're passionate about everything. और ये जो passion है, it comes from believing. All these people who are successful today, who are big earners, who are seeing greater heights in this company, are strong believer in the company. They believe in everything around. Now, believing is something very, very important. Now, you might have, your journey to success starts from the time that you start to believe. आपने कंपनी ज्वाइन किया 2 साल पहले, लेकिन आपने बिलीव करना शुरू किया अभी से. Your journey to success starts now, not 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So we always tell them, like, you have to believe in the system, you have to believe in the product, or gradually your belief turns out to be your passion, or you are so passionate about everything in this company that you eventually able to duplicate the system faster. So everybody in this company, one is passion. The second ingredient that we're talking about is attitude. Attitude also plays a very, very important role in the success of a business. और यहाँ के लोग जो हैं, they come up with a very good attitude. Now, what is attitude? Attitude is very simple. When you encounter something new in the company or in the business, what is your approach to that? Your simple approach, whether you reject it or you accept it. Now, if you accept it, you'll try to learn about it, you try to understand it, and you try to follow it. Now, you might have seen there are various directions that we have introduced in Latin America. Now, the people here, they do not waste the time in questioning the directions or doubting the principles or the directions from the company. They simply understand it, they learn about it, and they follow it. For example, like IOC, icing on the cake, आपने सुना होगा, which was introduced worldwide in Latin America, was introduced in April 2014, and it is a huge success. 100 ppv. India made is 3,000 personal point value, which is an immense success. I mean, it is not just a guidance or a direction. It is a rule that was implemented. That means, आपको अगर qualified star agent बनना है, you have to ensure to make 100 ppv or 3,000 ppv India में होता है. And people understood it, they learned about it, and they follow it. And today, it is not just they are doing it, but they are making every new people also start to do it. Recently, we in Las Vegas, when you were there, when Dr. Lim was there, we introduced the Shunya meditation. We taught them about the breathing technique, reverse counting, and everything. Nobody wasted the time in questioning the direction. They simply try to learn it, follow it. Now they're duplicating it. Yeah. And they're doing it so aggressively. Yeah. Even though when physical things are not possible, they are doing it online. They are doing online webinars and conferences of Shunya back in these countries. So that is what our attitude is all about. Attitude is do not waste your time, just simply understand, learn, and follow. So first is passion, the second is attitude, the third is love. And love is also a very important ingredient. In Dxn Latin America, Dxn is not considered as a business. We consider Dxn as a family. In a family, we have uncles, aunts, parents hain, bacche log hain, and there is a lot of love in the whole family. We want everybody to be happy. We want everybody to rise in their life, to be successful, to see the world, and we want everybody to grow. So that's how we treat everybody, the whole network in here, as a family. So एक बार एक लीडर अगर क्राउन डायमंड बनता है, क्राउन एम्बेसडर बनता है, उनका रोल रहता है कि बाकी उनके लाइन में ग्रुप में जो है सबको क्राउन एम्बेसडर्स क्राउन डायमंड्स बनाने का. So they want everybody to grow. So once they become crown ambassador, it's not that they're going to retire. The real job starts after that in developing the other lines, network under them to make them also to become a crown ambassador. It's all because of love, and we want everybody to grow. So the next goal that we have is to bring 100 crown ambassadors for the 30th anniversary to Malaysia. It's all because we all consider it a part of the family. First हुआ आपका passion, second हुआ आपका attitude, love, and fourth one is vision. Everybody who is successful here, they have a very good vision. Vision means they have seen the future, they have seen the future of their children in this company. Now, I would ask a simple question. Today we have so many factories and so many facilities and so many infrastructures of Dxn around the world. India में we have huge facility, Malaysia में है, China में है, India में organic farming शुरू कर रहे हैं, Latin America में, Mexico में है, Peru में शुरू कर रहे हैं. We have it in Europe में भी आ रहा है. Why Dr. Lim is setting up so many factories? Why Dr. Lim is investing so much into farmlands and things like that? For a very simple reason. He wants to secure the future of your child. He wants to secure the future of your family. Many people have asked Dr. Lim a very simple question. What is the difference between Dxn and the other companies in the market? And Dr. Lim, iska jawab, he has always given it in a very humorous way. He has told them, like all these companies there in the industry, many of them, they are called 3-year company. 3 साल का company है. Why 3-year company? Because all these companies are programmed to last only for 3 years. 3 साल के बाद खत्म हो जाएगा. 3 साल के अंदर उठेगा, गिरेगा, and it's going to collapse totally, and everybody is going to forget about it. But Dxn is not a 3-year company. Dxn is programmed to last for more than 3 generations. For you, for your child, for his child, and his child, and his child, and it's going to go on forever. So that is what Dxn is all about. And if you want to be successful, you have to see that the future of your children and generations in this company. Vision is a very important ingredient, and the last ingredient is independence. Matlab, if you want to be a successful leader, you got to be an independent leader, which means like you cannot be dependent on anybody. You cannot be dependent on the company or on your uplines or your cross lines. As a company, from the company, we have to give them proper trainings, proper education, proper modules, and this thing. But that is not going to, we are not going to chase them all the way for them to become crown ambassador. Once they obtain the basic trainings, they are independent. They cannot be dependent on the company anymore. So if they have to be successful, they have to see that bonus growing, and they have to reach to the level of crown ambassador. They have to go beyond the support from the company and start doing their own activities, own webinars, own conventions, and everything. Today we have so many leaders in Latin America. They seldom bother the company for any activities. They do their own activities, daily activities, weekly activities, monthly activities. Or every 2 months, every 3 months, they organize like around 2,000, 3,000 people. 2,000, 3,000 लोगों को इकट्ठा करते हैं. They organize a big, huge conventions in countries like Bolivia, Peru, Mexico, Colombia. And these are totally independent conventions. Now you ask me what is the support that we give from the company? We publicize it. We social media में हम लोग publicity देते हैं, इसके बारे में चर्चा करते हैं. हमको invite करते हैं. We also go there as a public speaker. We also share a module, but it's entirely organized, scripted. Totally उनके पूरा arrangement and everything is done by the leaders, and it's because of the culture of independence that has been inculcated into the minds of these people. Independence plays a very, very, very important role to the success of a leader. So 5 ingredient is the basic ingredient that is followed by all these leaders: passion, attitude, love, vision, or independence. And that is why you see the Latin American market is so growing, so fast, so successful. And as long as these 5 ingredients remain, I think it's going to grow much higher and much further. let's see.
Awesome. You also are the concept guy. You also put everything up in five. And my questions are also five. So we are on the third question now.
Five,
So
five. Yeah, yeah,
let
yeah.
me go
Yeah,
to
we're
the
in the
third
third
question.
question.
Yeah, third question. America
Yeah, yeah,
is the land of opportunity. Can
yeah.
people who do not stay in America get an opportunity to do DXN business in the US?
Of course, of course. To to bring you back to the history of Dxn America. कैसे शुरू हुआ America? Basically, the line of America came from Indonesia, from Philippines. It was way back in 2001, 2002, man. There's people who had friends, families, everybody. They introduced Dxn over there, and gradually it picked up in America, United States of America. वहाँ से it spread down to Mexico. Then it came to South America and everywhere. So there are so many networks in these countries, which is actually coming from Malaysia, from Indonesia, from Philippines, even from India, from Europe and other countries. So many people, they have got huge network. They have never traveled to these countries. All that they have done is to introduce their business to the families through various ways. Nowadays it's more easier because you have the online system. But before it was not. So they used to contact them. They used to send them. So like I'm talking about in the year 2001, early 2000s. When there was no online system, things like that. People used to write them letters. They used to send them mails and call them up, and then they used to register. And it used to go on. Today, you find there are people even immigrating to United States because they have a huge network. अच्छा सा bonus भी आता है. So they decided to migrate to this country and live. We have one Nepali guy, Nepali leader from Malaysia. He was in Malaysia. He was a Nepali guy. He was in Malaysia, but then he had a huge network in the United States, and he's getting a huge bonus. So he decided to migrate. He decided to immigrate here and apply, and usko abhi he's a green card holder. This happened previously with one of the Philippine leader also. He was in Philippines, then he had a huge network in the United States, and then he immigrated to the United States. So yes, it is a land of opportunity, and the best part in DXN is that you don't have to really come here and start your business here, and then you can sit back in your own country and start working online and expanding your line through your friends, through your families, through anybody that you know, any references, even through online system, even through social media. You can get so many new people, references and everything. You can start expanding your lines, and once you have a good line, and you can even decide to even immigrate to this country.
Wow, amazing.
This is actually happening even from South America also. South America also, there are members who have expanded the lines to the United States, and now from their country they're planning to immigrate to the United States. Amazing. Because they have a huge network here. They literally they have a established network and established income in the country. So they're planning to come in and settle down in the United States. So that is already happening. It's all happening, and it's all part of the history that we are part of actually.
That's really
so yes,
promising.
Of course, that is a big future for you. So you can start working on it.
Sure. So
it is a pretty much virgin market, and to also tell you that the whole population in the region of America is more than 1 billion. And so far, our DXN members in the region of America, that means North and South America, is close to 2 million. I would say less than 2 million actually. So you can see, 1 billion population, only 2 million DXN members. So it's still
yes.
We have just scratched the surface. There's a big opportunity for you. So please come forward. We all are eagerly waiting to help you out.
Absolutely great. And just a few days back we did a live show of question answers with Dr. Lim. I hope you saw that on Facebook Live. And people were having a lot of questions. Yes. When Dr. Lim comes, people want to ask all about health questions, and suddenly he has to change track and go into talking about health and all those things. So what I did with Dr. Lim, I told Dr. Lim, we make a different show for you, Ask Dr. Lim. And we are going to start that from tomorrow at 2:30 p.m. So I'm just, before I go to the fourth question, I'll just show this promo to everybody, so the audience knows that this show is coming up tomorrow, and they can ask the question directly in the comment section below. Okay, give me a minute.
Sure, no problem.
So Prajith, we go to the fourth question. Now we don't waste time. We have just
Yes.
a couple of minutes left. You have spent long years with DXN. You have
Sure,
managed
sure.
many markets and have seen many leaders rise and fall. What is the secret to success according to you for someone in DXN? In less than a minute, can you answer that?
Okay. It's well, the secret of success, basically, with all my experience in DXN, I would just say that secret for success is to submit yourself to the system. Do not follow the shortcuts.
Wow, that's
There are people are enthused by shortcuts. So many shortcuts come in place. Like things like buying up status and things like that. Never follow that. Follow the system. Stick to the system. Follow the directions. Follow the rules and regulations, policies, and everything, and be an independent leader. And follow the 5 principles. Basically, the 5 ingredients for success. You will be definitely be not just successful, but very successful in DX.
Yeah, I think that you answered that pretty well in that 5 ingredients for success. So last question we take before we just say goodbye. And the question is, they say one can build a global business online through DXN. Is this statement true? If so, how?
Yes, of course, this statement is very true. The online system has played a very significant role. I would say, in my experience in Latin America, it has played a very, very beautiful role in growing and expanding and spreading out your wings across borders into many new countries. For example, like Peru, Bolivia, and all. Although it was started the time when there was no online registrations, but after we started Peru, soon after the online registration started, and people were able to register new members very easily in newer markets. And now you see countries like Argentina and Brazil. We haven't set up the office yet. I mean, of course, the regulations are very tight over there, so it's taking some time. But you would be surprised to know that we have like thousands and thousands of members. They organize like conventions like every other month. They organize conventions of around 1,000 to 1,500 people. Even though the fact is that they don't have an office over there. How is it possible? Of course, through online registration. Leaders do get products from the neighboring countries like Bolivia and Peru, but they are able to register new people and start a new organization, create a big structure through online registrations. And online networking has helped them to do a business beautifully. I'm sure once we set up the office in Argentina later this year, things are going to take a rocket, a sky high pitch, and it's going to grow very fast from there on.
Okay.
So online system, online networking is a beautiful platform to grow your business.
Absolutely fantastic talking to you, Prajith. And we would like to have you sometime again. And thank you so much, because
Sure,
I think it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning there. You have really kept yourself awake for this special show.
No, that's okay.
And thank you so much. हमारे लिए खास करके प्रजीत जागे रहे और 4 बजे तक सुबह उन्होंने किया. अभी वो आराम से सो सकते हैं. You can take a good sleep now. Thank you so much and see you soon again. Okay, and take care. Okay, bye bye. Thank you.
And yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you so much. Bye bye.